Guess what? If you showed up here thinking, can I find a quick fix? You won't find it here. You won't find it here. You've already been doing the quick fixes. And if you're new here, you may or may not have heard me talk about what I call life on life's terms. It is absolutely the standard that is results kill excuses. And what do I mean by life on life's terms? That means it's time to get real as fuck and put aside all the bullshit. No escape routes. That means doing life. No more chemical dependencies. Doing life on life's terms. Being able to literally sit there and heal and feel the emotions. Don't fuck the emotions. And I know there's a lot of beautiful souls that are coming in contact with this message. And I appreciate you. And I know some of you, this message hopefully plants a seed. I know others of you, it may stimulate some growth. And yet there's another group where you will bear fruit from the message. I do believe, though, in due time, all of you will be required to do the work that I'm talking about here. What work am I talking about? The inner work. The inner work. It is a lifelong process. It is something that is an endurance race. It's not a sprint. It ain't even a fucking marathon. This shit is endurance. It is from now on, from this day forward, from when you receive this message. I know it. We just want it quick. We want it easy. Just admit it. You want it easy. You want to be able to say, you know what? Well, I don't really have a problem with this thing or that thing. And that's cool. That's called bargaining. That's a part of grief. Denial, bargaining, depression, anger. And ultimately, what do we want? Acceptance. And acceptance is way up there. It's actually way up on the vibrational chart. You got to get past a lot of courage. You got to get past being neutral, right? And give yourself permission to willingly move towards accepting. Accepting what? The reality of this experience. It's a spiritual experience. We're all having spiritual experiences. And that means every single day there is a spiritual battle being played out. And the battle is between your lower self, which is suffering, mentally and emotionally and spiritually. You're suffering, which is really the epitome of a lack of self-love. It's lacking self-love. When you love yourself, why would you poison yourself? Knowingly, willingly. Why would you put chemicals in your body if you loved yourself? Oh, because it's okay. Because you said it's okay. Well, that's fine. You can say whatever you want. I'm over here telling you that the message that I have been given to share requires life on life's terms. It is the standard. It is my own word. Right? Life on life's terms. No escape routes. And I'm going to say it clearly one more time. What does that mean? That means sobriety. Total. No chemical. No chemicals. Right? Alcohol, drugs, whatever other, nicotine, all this bullshit, man. And, you know, I know that this message challenges everyone. It challenges me. You don't think this message fucking done challenging me? Of course it challenges me. I'm my biggest fan. I'm speaking to me first and foremost. If I wasn't speaking to myself, holding myself to the highest fucking standard possible, man, I would guess I'd be a walking hypocrite. And I'm not going to do that. I say it all the time, man. I hit rock bottom, and I was done bullshitting myself, and I was done bullshitting others. And one of the hardest things that I've had to learn how to do, and I continue to learn how to do this, is how to love myself. I guarantee you don't know how to love yourself, because here's the truth. Does anybody want some truth today? You want some truth? Here's the truth. The more things that you have emotional attachment to outside of yourself, even addictions, they're all signs of a lack of self-love. I used an example recently with someone, and they got pretty upset because it hits home, right? The truth hurts. I think I've heard that before. Maybe you have too. The truth hurts. But here's the thing. This is not an exaggeration. If you think about all the things you do, and yes, you're a sovereign being, yes, you're an adult, you can do whatever you want to do. But I'm not over here trying to compromise or coddle or tickle your ears and say, you know what, it's okay if you do that thing or if you do those things. That's cool. Go ahead and keep doing that shit. It's okay if you do that, as long as you're not doing this other thing. No, it's not that. It's all. And that's what makes this message really hard to digest. If you're hearing it, though, I'm going to tell you that you can run, you can hide, but the work will still be there when you are ready. We're all required. There is a shift happening on this planet. If this shit doesn't make sense to you, carry on, right? Keep doing you. I believe at some point you will come to an awakening moment. For me, it was rock bottom. For me to realize that, oh wait, yeah, man, there's a lot more going on here than just my sadness from breakups and loss of businesses and just, other setbacks in life. There was something more at play. And I had to answer the call. And so will you, in your own time, in your own way. But I use this as an example a lot. And I know it triggers people because it hits home. And especially if you're being a hypocrite, and especially if you're channeling in your ego and your pride, warning, warning, warning. This may offend you. If you looked at all your addictions, all your habits, and I'm talking eating habits, I'm talking if you're a smoker, I'm talking if you're a drinker, I'm talking if you're a drug user, I'm talking all of these bad habits that you have, things that you are wish you could kick. I think most people that are addicted, they wish they could kick this stuff. But I'm sitting here telling you that you lack self-love. And here's how I can demonstrate that. Is imagine there was a baby that you were responsible for or that you're related to. Would you feed that baby the food that you're eating? Would you have the baby start smoking? Would you have the baby start drinking alcohol? Would you have the baby start using whatever drugs you're using? Would you have the baby watch as much things as you're watching? Listen to the things you're listening to? Thinking the thoughts you're thinking? And the reason why that hits home is because there's an inner child inside of you that needs your attention, that needs you to care about it, to acknowledge it, to see it, to nurture it. And it's just like, it sounds silly. I think on a lot of levels, for me, it sounds silly even talking about this. But I know it's the truth. I know that's the root of where your lack of love is. You're seeking love on the outside. You need someone else to love you. You need something else to make you feel good about yourself, right? You need the win on the external to come through. And I know I've struggled with this stuff. Every day it's a process to continue to say, no, the love is within, the love is within, the love is within. Let me take care of myself like I would this child. Let me not continue to poison myself knowingly and willingly. But wait, you got chemical dependency. Well, how did anybody else quit the chemical dependency? It's having an awakening to say, I'm going to love myself more than I'm going to love this shit that's hurting me. It's a love of life. It's caring about yourself, right? Everyone acts like they're the only person that's dealing with this shit when there is so many fucking examples everywhere. I used to be the biggest sports fanatic. I used to be one of the fucking craziest, badass fucking drunk motherfuckers on planet Earth. Getting drunk all over the world. Everywhere I went, getting drunk. Getting high, THC. How was I able to get rid of all these things? Right? Was it just because I hit a rock bottom? Or was it because I said, you know what, enough's enough. I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of thinking this way. I'm tired of fucking hurting myself and hurting others. And I'm going to take total fucking extreme ownership. And I'm going to start putting in the work. And I'm going to start going on this exploration of who I am on the inside so that I can figure out what in the fuck is really going on here. That's the self-discovery work. And yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's a battle. It's not dragons and demons. It's really just a battle with the fucking lower self that's suffering and having a fear in saying, man, how do you redefine life with being more filled with love, joy, and peace? Being more spiritually accountable. Spiritually accountable. And when you're spiritually accountable, that means you're accountable. I'm accountable to every single person on this planet. Every single fucking being, every living thing. I don't even say that lightly. That is the accountability. We are accountable to every single living thing on this planet and in all the cosmos. And it's really going back. It's the fountain of youth. When you were a little kid, you weren't drinking, you weren't smoking, you weren't using drugs, you weren't getting fucking sitting there, and you were open-hearted. And that's what causes a lot of children to get hurt, is because they have an openness. We're still pure and innocent. We ain't been fucked over by the world and by people. But yet that's what it takes, is to get back to that childlike spirit. The spirit of curiosity, the spirit of kindness and love and compassion and, caring, non-judgmental, non-critical, just an open heart. And I'm grateful to be on this journey, and I'm grateful that this message is in me. But when I say I'm on a journey, that means I am not fucking finished product here. Hello. I'm not finished product. But here's what I know about me, and here's what I can tell you about you. I am perfectly qualified to help the guy that I once was. And I think I talk about that a lot. And if this message resonates with you, there's clearly a spiritual alignment that's saying, hey, maybe what he's saying is true. If you're hearing it, you don't have to hear this. Like I said, you could go run, you can go hide. It'll show up. The work you need to do to heal will show up when you're ready. And for some of you, you'll never be ready in this lifetime. Some of you will either take your life, lose your life, and you'll come back and do it again. And the goal will be the same. That's the crazy shit, man. The goal is always the same. It's to transcend the lower self, which is suffering, contracted, based in pride and ego, anger, fear, grief, all of these things. Shame. It's to transcend. What does that mean? To rise above and to fall into a place of love, joy, and peace. Love, joy, and peace. But that comes after courage, neutrality, willingness, and acceptance. You got 4 levels of real intense self-improvement, self-development, self-awareness, and self-mastery, right? Because you got to redefine who you are. If you're going to constantly say all the things you've done and who you've always been, well, that's who you'll always be. Ooh, that one hurts. If you're focused on who you've always been, what you've always done, then that's who you'll always be. What I'm speaking is an opportunity for you from this point forward to redefine your past and to tell the most incredible story ever told. You have that power. You have that creative gift and power inside of you. So how do you get there? Right? How do you get there? It's a spiritual journey. And it's one where you need to take total ownership. Extreme ownership. You have to be able to look within and look at everything that's happened in your life. All of those really impactful things. Right? And once you have some awareness there, which you need to really work through it, having some major awareness of all the things that have happened to you, all the things you have felt, all those significant moments in life. And then you get to a place of acceptance. And in that acceptance, there also needs to be forgiveness. And does that mean that everything turns great right then and there? No, fuck no. Because now you're just past courage and neutrality. Neutrality is basically like letting all your biases go, all your fears go, all the things you think you know, letting it go, and have a willingness to move towards acceptance. And then once you're there, you find love, joy, and peace. And love is unconditional. Love is to genuinely love your enemies, to genuinely, in your heart of hearts, love people that have hurt you, love people that have left you, love people that abused you, love people that neglected you, betrayed you, harmed you. If you can't even wrap your head around that, you are not there yet. I say yet, yet. You will get there. If not in this lifetime, it'll be soon, in another lifetime or 2 or 3 or 10 or 1,000. Because it's really the goal. It's the goal of every single being on this planet. Nobody has a different goal. It's to become the best version of yourself. It's to transcend the suffering, mental, emotional, spiritual. We create these things, right? Through the ego, through the pride. It's to transcend it. That means to rise above it all. Into love, joy, peace. Right? Waking up every day with gratitude. Waking every day, reprogramming, positive affirmations. And if you're somebody looking for an incredible resource, click on the link down below. Check out the 1% Better Everyday Journal. Man, there's some great feedback from people that are really locking in, activating their self-accountability every single day, right? To start on that journaling journey. Journaling really does help you to process your healing. to reprogram your negative thinking, to sort through life's challenges, and then to tell the most incredible story ever told, which is your life. And in the 1% journal, I think one of the coolest aspects is that there's a 91-day, 5-phase personal growth program from self-sabotage to self-mastery, where you get yours truly coaching and guiding you through a lot of real deep journal prompts, right? Again, this is a part of the process. Can you look within? And looking within means to really see what's going on and then look beyond it, look beyond the pain, look beyond the emotions, look beyond the stories, so that you can ultimately release the things that are causing you pain, the things that have hurt you. But again, if you're not gonna lock in, you're wasting your time. And I say that sincerely, right? Would you get something out of it for trying it for 90 days? Yeah, I think you'll get something out of it. But why not just go all in? Why not really create that mindset that says, I'm all in, man. I'm so done fucking around. That once I go, stay locked in. Don't turn back. Don't say, oh, I feel a little bit better. Maybe this is good enough. Well, I guess everybody's entitled to that. I know that in this day and age, though, we're being required. I believe it's required by who, me? No, God. I think we're being required by our Creator to truly heal, to transcend the lower self, to evolve as a species on this planet. If that don't make no sense to you, trust me, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't really have an agenda here other than to help the people that hear this message, and those that don't, that's fine. You'll figure out your truth. You'll figure out what you need today, right? And if what you need is more drugs, more alcohol, more cigs, more whatever, right? Then go take care of that for you. If at some point in the future you realize that, that wasn't it, and you still felt a void inside of you, then maybe this message is something that you could hear then and then start to act for the long haul. Yeah. No quick fixes. This is a fucking endurance race. I'm still running like a motherfucker every day, putting in the work. Life on life's terms. Life on life's terms. That's the standard of results kill excuses. There is no exception. If you fully want to embody being the best version of yourself, alcohol, it's not a part of that equation. Nicotine, not a part of that equation. Any kind of drugs, not a part of the equation, right? Life on life's terms, right? And if you got chemical dependency, go get some help. Get off of the chemical dependency. You ain't the only person that's ever had a chemical dependency. And I guarantee you that many, many, many millions of people have had your same chemical dependency and have had success, have been able to kick it. Go find out what their story is. Go find out what motivated them to give it up. That's true learning. When you're curious enough that you'll go do the research and do the work to find the truth, to find the real truth. And the real truth isn't that you're helpless and there's nothing that can be done and that you just need to fucking fold your hand every single day because this is the hand you got dealt. Bullshit. You can turn whatever hand you have and you have the whole deck. Give yourself the winning hand. Give yourself the royal flush. That's what you get to do. But you have to start living from that place of being a winner, being unstoppable. And that it takes the most authentic place to be. That self-love, that self-care. Where you genuinely take care of yourself like you would someone you cared about. A little baby, right? And people that find offense to that, there's still a lot of room for healing and growth, right? But that's the message. That's this message. If you need a different message, please go find it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for supporting the brand. Share the message. Comment down below. Continue leaning in. Download the app. Do the self-discovery work or not. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm called to do this. I'm going to keep speaking my truth. I love you guys. You know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Greg's out.